Get up here. Right now. He smiled when he said it. 200 coworkers watching. Christmas lights overhead. He handed her divorce papers, laughed while she signed. What he didn't know? Her silence wasn't weakness. It was leverage. Evelyn, don't make this awkward. Marcus Reed's voice rolled across the ballroom with the confidence of a man who had never been told no and never expected to be. The microphone was warm in his hand, familiar, comfortable, like everything else in his life lately. 200 Tech Axis employees turned toward the stage. The hum of conversation thinned, then vanished. Christmas lights shimmered above them, reflected in wine glasses and polished shoes. Evergreen garlands lined the walls. The room smelled like expensive cologne and catered optimism. Evelyn Carter stood near the dessert table. Alone. Red dress. Clean lines. No jewelry except her wedding band. Marcus grinned. "We all know Evelyn married up," he said, chuckling as if inviting the room to join him. "Director of Brand Strategy. Sounds impressive, right?" A few people laughed, nervously, carefully. "She's proof that the system works," Marcus continued. "Diversity initiatives, inclusive hiring, all that good stuff." The laughter died. Evelyn didn't flinch. She stepped forward. Her heels clicked against the marble floor, even rhythm, no hesitation, every step deliberate, like she'd rehearsed walking into rooms that didn't want her there. Marcus unfolded a stack of papers. "Let's save ourselves the drawn-out legal nonsense," he said. "I'm filing for divorce tonight. Clean break, no alimony, no shared assets." He paused, eyes flicking to the crowd. "Sign it here. Everyone can witness. Transparency matters." Phones rose. Screens glowed. Someone whispered, "Is he serious?" Marcus leaned closer, lowered his voice just enough to sound reasonable. "You didn't earn anything from this marriage," he said. "You'll leave with exactly what you brought." He placed the pen in her hand. Evelyn looked at it, then at him. She said nothing. 3 loops, 1 straight line, signed. She set the pen down gently, turned, and walked away. Behind her, Marcus laughed into the microphone. "See? Mutual. No drama." The doors closed, and the silence followed her out. Evelyn arrived alone that night, like she had for the past 14 months. They used to joke about it. Different schedules, demanding careers. But jokes rot when repeated too often. Eventually, even lies get tired. She parked in the hotel garage, cut the engine, and sat for a moment. Checked her lipstick in the mirror. The red dress wasn't an accident. It was armor. A reminder of who she used to be before she learned how small she needed to become to survive certain rooms. Marcus Reed, 39, Vice President of Sales, revenue machine, leadership favorite, $14 million over 4 years. The man executives defended even when complaints surfaced, especially when complaints surfaced. Evelyn Carter, 35, Head of Brand Strategy, MBA earned at night while working full-time. Campaigns that tripled inbound leads. Teams that trusted her quietly. They met at a conference. He said she was brilliant. Said he admired women who didn't need anyone. Proposed 6 months later. She said yes because he felt safe, different, present. Early in their marriage, Marcus once said, "I married you for love, not connections." She didn't understand why the comment unsettled her. She kept her maiden name at work, Carter professionally, Reed personally, boundaries, clean separation. She never spoke about her family, never mentioned her father, never said that Daniel Carter, calm, methodical, invisible by design, held 72% ownership of Tech Axis through a private investment group. Marcus never asked. Marcus never looked. By morning, the video had crossed 3 million views. Different angles, different edits, same moment. No alimony. She didn't even argue. That's cold. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds. She must have cheated. He protected himself. That wasn't divorce. That was control. Evelyn didn't respond. She made coffee, sat by the window, watched Atlanta wake up. Then she called her father. "I saw it," Daniel said before she could explain. A pause. Heavy, thoughtful. "Do you want me involved?" She hesitated. "What would that mean?" "The truth," he said, "and consequences." Another pause. "Okay," she said softly. "Then do what you need to do." 2 days later, HR emailed Evelyn. Subject: workplace discretion. They asked her to keep a low profile, avoid discussing personal matters, preserve morale. No such email went to Marcus. He was still posting sales wins, still closing deals, still celebrated. Evelyn stared at the word discretion and understood everything she needed to know. She resigned that afternoon. One email, immediate effect, no farewell post, no exit interview. Her father called minutes later. "Good," Daniel said. "Now we move." It wasn't revenge. It was procedure. Expense reports, HR files, email archives. 5 years. The findings stacked quickly. Strip clubs billed as client dinners, fake conferences, 11 complaints, 0 discipline. Promotions followed complaints like clockwork. Emails mocking diversity initiatives, laughing about quotas, jokes labeled off the record. Patterns don't argue, they indict. Marcus joined the emergency board meeting confident, suit pressed, smiling, ready. Daniel Carter spoke calmly. No insults, no raised voice, receipts, timelines, affidavits. Then the final slide. Emails showing Marcus had planned the divorce months earlier, timed precisely before a merger that would triple company valuation. He knew. Evelyn didn't. The vote was swift. Termination. For cause. Immediate. Marcus threatened lawsuits. Daniel responded evenly. "The woman you humiliated publicly is my daughter, and unlike you, she never used family power to advance her career." The screen went black. 3 months later, Evelyn Carter started a new role. Chief Marketing Officer, higher pay, better culture. She kept her name. Always Carter. Marcus updated his LinkedIn. "Open to opportunities." The post remained unanswered. Tech Axis overhauled HR, external oversight, new policies. Culture scores climbed. Not because one man fell, but because silence finally broke. Power doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it signs quietly and waits. If you've ever been underestimated, dismissed, or silenced, this story is for you. Because dignity isn't something you negotiate, and the quietest person in the room often decides how the story ends. If you enjoy this story and learn from it, don't forget to subscribe to Hidden Tales, stories because the next story would touch your soul.